Oculus is a demon in a mirror horror movie. The movie starts with this guy getting released from this psychiatric place, and he goes to meet up with his sister. Well, his sister is like, look, I finally found it, and we're going to kill it. And the brother, he's like, what? Backstory to that, there was this mirror when these kids were little that basically drove their dad to killing their mom, and the little boy had to shoot the dad to protect the sister, which put him in a psychiatric hospital because, the only two survivors were the kids, and they're saying, look, this mirror basically drove our family crazy. This mirror is evil. So now they're all grown up, and the daughter basically has spent her whole life just trying to track down this mirror so her and her brother could finally destroy it. Well, before she destroys it, she wants to document what this mirror does, basically to prove what they've been saying all these years was true, and that their dad wasn't this vicious murderer, that he was being controlled by this mirror. And yeah, the movie is just them and this mirror. Sounds silly, but yeah, they're just trying to get it to do what it does, record it, survive, and then destroy it. Do they do that? Does everything go as planned? Obviously, you'll have to watch Oculus to find out, and I'll really dive into some big spoilers in the review. So let's just get into it. My review to Oculus. And first off, the only reason I even watched this movie was because it said it's from the producers of Paranormal Activity and Insidious, which are very, very good movies. So I'm like, this has to be good, right? And guess what? I was fucking right. This movie is insanely good. I mean, geez, this movie was just very, very, very good. So basically, this mirror, I don't know if it's a demon or what it is. I assume it is. It's like cursed or something. You don't actually per se get to find out, but you know that it's definitely evil and it's down with the bullshit and it's strong. So they get this mirror back and they're about to destroy it, and it's like every time you're about to attack it, you black out and you forget what's happening, or like you're visualizing things that aren't happening. Like, this mirror is basically warping reality, because reality is what you perceive, and even though it's not warping it to the degree where it is actually manifesting something in reality, but it's confusing your mind. So like, you might be talking to somebody on the phone, hang up, and in reality you were just sitting down in a corner on your phone talking to nobody, but what you remember is just complete opposite. It's basically manipulating the shit out of all types of stuff, and it just sucks the life force out of things. It drives people crazy. It has this crazy history. It's like 300 years old, and everybody who's ever owned this mirror has just died horrific deaths, and it's just a bunch of unknown stuff surrounding their death. So yeah, and in this movie, the daughter, she's taking all these precautions when she's older to just destroy this mirror, but it doesn't matter. The mirror is just a couple steps ahead, and it is just doing everything right to manipulate the brother and the daughter into just shenanigans. And at the very end, this is what really turns the movie up for me, which it's like massive, massive spoilers right here, is that you just don't know what reality is. So you literally have to question everything. You just can't be by this mirror. Honestly, it's just too powerful. And so he thinks that he broke out of his little trance that he was in, and that was reality. But he was in like this trance within a trance. So he goes over to the kill switch, hits the kill switch, and yeah, he's still in that trance, and he drops that weight on his sister's neck, instantly killing her. Insanely brutal, perfect ending to this movie that was already insanely good. Man, that was just very, very good and unexpected and perfect. The story was insanely well done because it's like them in the future, but also them in the past. The story was like they were woven together. So like it might be them as an adult and the next scene's them as a kid, but it was done very, very well. That could be like a sticky mess, like sometimes you might not execute it properly, but that was definitely executed right. And just like what the dad, back in the past, what the dad did to the mom was just brutal and crazy. Yeah, just this mirror was just insane. And the fact that in just one movie, they gave this mirror a whole bunch of lore from like its past kills that it had. Like, holy shit, this mirror is just insanely powerful. And like, they don't even get to destroy it in the end because the brother kill switches to destroy the mirror, but the sister was in the way because, he didn't know. It's just crazy. And of course, since he just got out the psychiatric hospital, they definitely thought it was him. And he's like right back in the psychiatric hospital for sure. Maybe just prison, who knows. But yeah, a lot of stuff in this movie just worked really, really good. Production, writing, practical effects, directing, everything, acting was just all insanely good. I really, really like this movie. Big surprise. So my recommendation to Oculus, and honestly, this is definitely highly recommended. I would highly recommend this movie because it's like there's a lot going on in it and it's all executed well. And once you just get to the end, the payoff was huge for me. Like, I love movies where the good guys don't win. I don't like that in all movies, but this was the movie that they needed to do that, and they did it, and for me, it was perfect. So, definitely highly recommended.